tough defeat at home, but great atmosphere. We played the number 2 team and not badly beaten. We had some good moments. Talk to me about that.
One thing is stressed on a lot. I think we really need to take the positives from every single game we play. But yeah, it's great to have this atmosphere here in Jamaica. We haven't played any cricket in Jamaica for quite some time, so it's great to see the guys and the fans coming out and supporting Russell for these last 2 games. But yeah, as you said, I got to take the positives from this. There's certainly a lot that we can learn from and get better at going forward. We have 3 more games in the series, so it's not all doom and gloom as yet, but we certainly have to improve our game a lot faster.
There seem to be quite a few drop catches actually from both sides. Can you speak to anything specific that may have contributed to that?
It's cricket, the reality of the game, catches will drop. No matter how many catches you take in training, over your career, you still will drop a catch. And I'm sure everyone who dropped tonight will definitely drop another catch in their career. But it's just one of those things when you can see the importance of those catches, especially on a surface, which I thought maybe got a little bit better in second innings to bat on. If you put down quality players like that, then you're going to find yourself playing catch-up every single time when you're trying to defend the total with the ball. But yeah, we let ourselves down in the fielding department, but as I said before, we have 3 more games to play. We got to make sure we turn things around quickly.
Without pointing fingers, definitely you'd want to see some changes going forward, I'm sure, in whichever way. What are some of the changes you think the team is hoping for as we now travel?
I would like to see a better execution with both bat and ball. I think if you look at the Aussie batters, when they went to go big, they basically cleared the ropes every single time. And can't really say the same for our batters. So just about being precise with our execution when we bat, and then the same thing goes when we bowl. We haven't really been hitting those wide Yorkers and those straight Yorkers that we really practice in the nets. I think when we're trying to go wide, we're just not going as wide as we need to. So I think it's boiled down to execution in both departments, and then obviously in the fielding department as well, where we relax with those drop catches.
Batting first though, did we kind of misread the situation a little bit? I mean, when we started losing wickets in the middle, should there have been a consolidation, a different approach? I mean, it seemed like everyone was still trying to hit sixes.
I can't say the same. I think last game we can put that down to us trying to push the game on a little bit too much. But this one, I felt as though we still needed to keep that intent. They bowl well as well. We got to look at the game, from both sides. Yes, we want to do well. Yes, we want to always win. But having said that, you still got to give the Aussies some credit for what they did in the middle period. They played the matchups well. They had left arm spin, had off spin, and they had Zampa as well, who's very experienced. So yes, we didn't bat as well as we would have liked, but still you got to give them some credit for their bowling performance as well.
Talking about execution, were you surprised that Australia played Kuhlman today and opened with Glenn Maxwell?
Definitely surprised with Maxwell opening the batting, but I think playing in the Caribbean, spin is always a threat regardless of where you're playing. Even sometimes it got some pacer-friendly surfaces, but the surprise would have been Maxwell opening the batting. I wouldn't say I expected him to bowl in the power play at some point, especially if myself and Brandon being the 2 right-handers at the top. So I was expecting him to come on pretty early. I mean, not necessarily be the first over. I thought maybe Dwarshuis would have still started with the new ball, but yeah, it's not too surprising for him to start.
Finally from me, yes, we were defeated, already putting that behind us as we go forward, but what are some of the positives to take from the test and also the 2 T20s?
It's great to see Rawson coming in, for injured Evan Lewis and showing what he can do at this level. He's a pretty adaptable player and it shows that he can bat when we need him, when we need him most. From a bowling standpoint, we've been getting wickets with the new ball, something that we keep speaking about all the time. We want to make sure we put some pressure on the opposition whenever we start in the bowling department. And Kingy back in the runs again. He's been playing really well throughout the series, tests and now the T20s. So we still got some confidence we could take into the next couple of games, and we need to feed off of those good performances that we would have had and look to turn things around in St. Kitts.
Andre Russell, you wanted to send him off with a victory, obviously, but the crowd support was there. Talk to me about the atmosphere one, and just a few words on Andre Russell's contribution to West Indies cricket over the years.
Well, Andre, I think everything speaks for itself there. We don't need to go into fine details of what he's achieved. He's one of those household names when you talk about T20 cricket. If you mention T20 cricket, he's one of the first names that you would call. So we're very, very thankful and grateful for his contribution to West Indies cricket. I think he's been a real inspiration for most of the Caribbean cricketers, not just Jamaican. So hats off to him. I wish him well for the rest of his life. Not sure he's going to take up next, but I wish him well. And yeah, it's great to see the crowd support coming out and giving him a good send-off. It's just unfortunate that we as a team can give him 2 victories to finish his international career.
Josh, Craig and Chase, how did you find it out there batting with Greenie?
Yeah, a lot of fun. Yeah, we had a great time. I thought Greenie batted outstanding again tonight. And yeah, it was a pretty nice wicket against the quicks. Obviously against the spin, it was a lot more difficult, but yeah, it was nice to spend some time in the middle.
Did you find it sped up sort of as the game went on? You know, second time on that surface, did it sort of quicken up as a lot?
Yeah, potential. I think we sort of seen it in our innings. When the ball was new, it was like biting quite a bit into the wicket with that newer, harder seam, and then sort of died off towards the back end of the innings. So we've seen the first innings and just tried to play accordingly.
We know we've seen the 360 game that you've got over a number of years, but 6 under the roof there tonight, a couple of other big hits. You've been sort of working on that power game as well?
Yeah, I have. So it was nice for those to come off. I was trying to sort of hide my smile a bit because I don't usually hit bombs like that. So yeah, that was nice for those to come off, and yeah, just nice to spend some time out there in the middle and yeah, get a score and get us over the line.
And just a word on Greenie, he sort of found his groove as the Test series went on, and that sort of carried into the T20 series here with two 50s on the trot. Yeah,
no, he's playing beautifully. He's been chomping at the bit for this series. At the end of the Test series, he was so excited to get into the colours, and he obviously hasn't played much T20 cricket in the last few years. So I think to do what he's done so far in this series has been outstanding. He's put the bowlers under pressure, but I think he's read the situations of the game really well also.
And Cooney coming in for his debut, obviously, but 6 overs of spin to start from that far end. Zampa bowled a lot from this end as well. Was that sort of something you identified coming into the second game on a used pitch?
Yeah, I think so. Obviously, they had 2 spin. They used Roston as well in the first game, and I mean, I wasn't part of the conversations, but I dare say we've seen that it took a fair bit of spin, and that's why Cooney played. I actually thought he bowled really well. His figures probably don't reflect how he did actually bowl. And I thought all of our spinners really played a big role and just shut that scoring down in that middle period there.
We saw you listed on the team sheet to open, but then Maxi did he share sort of some insight into the thinking behind that to get him out there at the top?
I think it was just for Akil there. Obviously, he's so key for them at the top, and we thought that give Maxi a crack up the top, and I sort of knew he was going to. I thought he'd try to switch it every ball, and he nearly did, to be fair. But yeah, I think we didn't list him at the top just so they wouldn't know and start with the quicks.
Well played, Josh. All the best as you go to St Kitts.